There are certainly some dangerous fish species among the world's more than 35,000 known species. While large sharks may be the first thing that come to mind when we imagine dangerous fish, some of the deadliest creatures are surprisingly little. Poison levels in some fish are high enough to kill an adult in under an hour, and not all of them can be treated. In this video we are going to talk about the most deadliest fish. Beautiful in both form and function, these aquatic wonders add a new dimension to the swimming and diving experience. Despite their allure, however, some of these species pose serious health risks, including death. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Let's get into it. Number 10. Candiru. With a length of about 1 inch, Candiru are a small but deadly fish that you should definitely stay away from at all times. They are parasitic freshwater catfish that are local to the Amazon basin, and their translucent body makes them hard to spot. Candiru are blood eaters with small heads and bodies that can enlarge after meals. Although they typically reside in the gills of larger fish, they have also been observed swimming up into human urethras. Due to the spines on their gills, which point backward, they are challenging to remove once they have entered the urethra. Candiru then lay eggs in the bladder, feed on the mucous membranes and blood, and eventually cause death if not removed. Number 9. Goliath Tigerfish. The most hazardous fish in Africa is thought to be the Goliath Tigerfish. The Congo River Basin is home to these freshwater fish, which are fierce predators that eat just about anything they can grab. With their massive, projecting teeth, Goliath tigerfish, sometimes known as the African piranha, are very terrifying. The only freshwater fish in Africa that are actively known to attack people are Goliath tigerfish. These vicious predators, which may weigh up to 130 pounds, frequently attack unsuspecting swimmers. There is never any concern about them losing any of their teeth, because they even have a set of replacement teeth for any that are lost or broken. Each tooth is about 1 inch long. Number 8. Wels Catfish. Wels catfish are enormous freshwater fish with unbelievable 16-foot lengths. These enormous creatures can be found in lakes and rivers throughout Europe, and can be identified by their broad, flat heads and enormous mouths. The varied diet of Wels catfish includes worms, insects, fish, rodents, frogs, and birds. There have been countless tales of this dreadful fish attacking and killing people, generally fishermen or careless swimmers, due to their mouths' rows of tiny yet extraordinarily sharp teeth. Number 7. Moray Eel. Moray eels, which resemble snakes more than fish, are actually very venomous fish. There are 200 different species of moray eels in the globe, and while the majority are found in saltwater, some are also found in freshwater. Since most moray eels don't have pectoral fins and can grow to a maximum length of 5 feet, some people mistake them for snakes. Squid, octopus, crabs, and other fish make up the bulk of moray eels' diet. Divers are frequently assaulted by them, and they frequently live in rocky crevices. When provoked, moray eels are highly ferocious and attack with a lightning-fast response. They have extremely powerful, cutting-edge teeth that are pointed backward to stop prey from escaping. Because of this, they may bite very painfully, and injuries frequently bleed profusely. The toxin that moray eels carry in their mouth and slime kills red blood cells. It is believed that this poison is what makes their bites so dangerous. Number 6. Boxfish. Although not quite as deadly, boxfish are extremely similar to pufferfish in appearance. Depending on the species, they can grow to be between 10 and 24 inches long, and they typically live on stony and coral reefs in the Indian, Pacific, and Atlantic Oceans. They can be identified by their box-shaped bodies and skin patterns that resemble honeycombs. Boxfish have an incredible defense system to fend off predators and primarily consume algae, worms, and small fish. Through their epidermis, they discharge an ostracotoxin toxin into the nearby water, which is harmful to anyone nearby. Due to the destruction of red blood cells, this can be especially hazardous to people. Additionally, some boxfish are fatal to consume raw. However, because of their resemblance to pufferfish, the majority of people prefer to completely avoid eating them. Number 5. Pufferfish. The pufferfish is unquestionably one of the most hazardous fish in the world. The size of pufferfish can vary from 1 inch to more than 2 feet, and there are more than 120 different species. Most tropical and subtropical waters are home to pufferfish, which are known for their ability to inflate into a ball when threatened or startled. When they are inflated, the huge spines on their skin become visible. The majority of pufferfish carry tetrodotoxin, thus their primary weapon is not just their fearsome appearance. A potent poison 1,200 times more lethal than cyanide is tetrodotoxin. One pufferfish contains enough poison to kill 30 adult humans. The potent toxin is found in the liver, ovaries, and intestine of pufferfish, but even touching them is dangerous. That there is no antidote is even more terrifying. Fugu, a Japanese delicacy, is another name for pufferfish. Before they are permitted to cook the cuisine, chefs must complete extensive training and obtain a specific license. Diners essentially walk a fine line between life and death because the slightest error might be fatal. Even the smallest dose of poison can result in paralysis and death, though the unfortunate victim remains conscious until the very end. Number 4. Great white shark. The great white shark must be included on any list of lethal fish. The most notorious sharks and those who have carried out the most unprovoked attacks in history are great white sharks. The great white is a vicious predator with an estimated 18,000 newtons of bite force and about 300 teeth. The usual length of a great white shark is 15 feet, but some accounts have measured lengths of over 20 feet, such the great white shark deep blue, which is thought to weigh 5,000 pounds. These amazing predators have a keen nose and can spot blood up to a quarter of a mile away. The majority of the world's oceans have great white sharks near their shores, and they frequently consume fish, whales, dolphins, sea turtles, and seals. Many scientists think that great white sharks merely do a taste test on humans rather than attacking them on purpose. They do this by leisurely swimming up to someone, sometimes a surfer, and biting them to determine whether they are edible. In contrast, when they are actively hunting, they shoot up to their target from underneath and deliver a lethal bite. Unfortunately, even a taste test can be fatal to us humans. Number 3. Oceanic whitetip shark. Oceanic whitetips are recognizable by their white-tipped fins and are found worldwide in tropical oceans. Although the oceanic whitetip is thought to have claimed the most lives, the great white shark, tiger sharks, and bull sharks have all been implicated in much more documented attacks on humans. This is due to the fact that they usually prey on the survivors of shipwrecks and crashed aircraft. The attack on the survivors of a U.S. Navy ship during World War II made oceanic whitetip sharks renowned. The USS Indianapolis was sunk by a Japanese submarine on July 30, 1945. For 4 days, some 890 crew members were left in the ocean waiting for help. Only 316 people lived. The bloodiest shark attack in recorded history, at least 150 individuals were murdered by oceanic whitetips, according to survivor accounts. When RMS Nova Scotia sank in 1942, a significant number of lives were lost, and this is also blamed on oceanic whitetip sharks. Number 2. Lionfish. Although they were originally found only in the Pacific Ocean, lionfish have since spread to many other oceans. Their vibrant colors and length of about 18 inches set them apart. Lionfish possesses venomous, spiky fin rays and can have red, white, or black bands. They consume their prey whole and primarily eat small fish and crustaceans. Amazingly, they confuse their victims before capturing them by shooting water jets at them. Some of the few known predators of these fish include sharks and moray eels. Extreme pain, vomiting, and respiratory problems can all result from their stings. Although lionfish stings seldom result in death in adults, they are significantly more deadly for kids, the elderly, and anyone who are allergic. Number 1. Stonefish. The stonefish, which possesses a considerable capacity for injury, is the world's deadliest fish. Due to their extraordinarily large pectoral fins, stonefish range in size from 14 to 20 inches in length and are the same width. They can be found in tropical waters including those of the Great Barrier Reef, the Red Sea, the Pacific, and the Indian Ocean. The most venomous fish in the world, stonefish have crusty skin, razor-like spines, and enough toxin to kill an adult in within 1 hour. They are predators that ambush prey and eat from the ocean's bottom, where they blend in with the sand. Their name comes from the way their dry skin merges in with the sand and pebbles. The razor-sharp spines on the back of stonefish are how they inject their poison. This is so that when they are sitting on the sea floor, they are shielded from above. Antivenom is readily accessible, but it must be taken rapidly because paralysis and death can happen in a matter of minutes. Surprisingly, stonefish do not really employ their venom to kill their prey, rather, it serves as a protection mechanism. Instead, they pounce and swallow their victim entire with the help of their enormous, muscular jaws. Reef fish and tiny invertebrates are consumed by stonefish. Their only predators are giant sea snakes, rays, and sharks. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you want to hear from us again, make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.